Welcome to Lab 3. We'll be doing the demonstration of BOD and COD tests. Want to let everybody know that this lab report won't be due next week. It'll be due the week after, because with BOD, you will have to measure your dissolved oxygen for your BOD tests the following week. So you will have until the week after to complete the lab reports so that you can include that data. Want to mention, again, it's the BOD 5 test, so the reading should be taken 5 days after, but for simplicity, we're going to have you take your readings in lab, so that will be 7 days, and you will see how to correct for that in the lab lecture for this lab. Alright. So we will be doing BOD and COD tests for influent and effluent wastewater. And we'll start with BOD for the influent. The BOD for the influent wastewater is around 150, and as you know, we can the dissolved oxygen for water is around 9, and we have to make sure that, and for the rules of the BOD test is that the final DO cannot drop below 1, so we only have about 8 milligram per liter oxygen demand that we can measure, so we have to dilute it. So we're going to do a 50 times dilution. So 50 times dilution with 300 milliliter bottles means that we're going to add 6 milliliters of sample. And then we will add the nutrient water for the rest of the dilution. I'm going to do this over the sink. Up all the way. You want to fill it up all the way, actually over the brim. Because what you want to happen is to make sure that there's excess water, to make sure that it's completely filled and that there's no air gaps. So now that we've filled it, I'm going to read the dissolved oxygen. Oh wait, there's a bottle over there. Thank you. Alright. So, put the probe in the bottle. Feel it. And then there's this, you see there's a stirrer on here. So, you press this button at the top to turn the stirrer on. And now we will wait for our reading on the meter. Like we talked about in the dissolved oxygen lab, it's somewhat subjective of when you take your reading. You just have to wait until it's stable. So wait a few minutes. Went down and back up, so that looks like it's pretty stable. I'm going to take it out. We'll keep We're recording at 9.67. The influent. We will do effluent. And the effluent COD, or effluent BOD, sorry, should be around 2 to 15 milligrams per liter. So, again, like I said, we can only measure that dissolved oxygen drop of 8 milligrams per liter without diluting. So, if we do a 2 times dilution, we can get up to 16 milligrams per liter. So we will do a 2 times dilution, which means 150 milliliters of effluent. Now again, we will dilute the rest of the way with nutrient water, which you should remember from class and lab lecture has different nutrients to help cultivate bacteria for the test. Again, fill it up, air gap, lid again. Take your reading. And a couple things to note. For the purposes of the demonstration for this video, we're just doing one of each, but you should do it in triplicate, and those coming to the lab will be doing theirs in triplicate as well. Sorry, excuse me. The other thing to note is, when you take your readings a week later, you have there has to be a 2 milligram per liter drop for the test to be recorded, and it has to be above 1 milligram per liter. So if it doesn't meet those 2 criteria, then you discard the results for that particular test. All right, so we can take our recording. And that is the BOD portion. Now we will measure COD. So, the hot kits have different kits for different concentrations. So, for the effluent, we want to make sure is low, and it goes down to 1. So we would use this one. For the influent, The COD could go up to 2 to 300. Remember, COD is going to be higher than BOD. I mentioned before, BOD is around 150. COD can get up to 2 to 300 for the implant. So start with the effluent, and you just follow the instructions on the box. Take your vial, add 2 milliliters of your sample. And then before we put it in the digester, we will shake this up. Right now we'll take our influence sample. Here, so we'll use the higher range kit. Again, and it's pretty well the same instructions, 2 milliliters of your sample. We have the influent here. 1, 2. So we will shake these both up beforehand, and want to grab them by the caps because the glass will get hot as the reaction starts to occur. Put these in the digester at 150 degrees Celsius for 2 hours. Wait. Start. Okay. For 2 hours. And for measuring them, it's just like all the other hot kits you've done. You put this spectrometer, wipe it so that we have a clean vial for the light to pass through, and you'll put it in the instrument. And that's it for this week's lab.